Hey guys, it's Meg, back for a box opening. This one's kind of special though because I saw her announced a few months back and I was a huge Gargoyles fan when I was probably about 9 years old, I think, and I started watching it when it first came out. It was probably like early to mid 90s, I think. But yeah, so when I found her at Target, I grabbed her. So this is the NECA Ultimate figure Demona. There is a whole line of them. So far the only one I know that is missing is Lexington, but I think he's coming out later this year. I do have plans to buy at least Goliath and Lexington, although my husband does really want Hudson. It's his favorite. She was a bit hard to get out of the box, and as with a lot of these figures, their joints can be kind of hard when you first pull them out. I actually have a xenomorph or alien figure that's similar, and his joints were really stiff. So these wings, however, are exceedingly well painted. They are hard, solid plastic. They feel a bit brittle to me, but they are so pretty, and it's really hard to tell on camera, but the back side of them has a little iridescence to them. They are probably one of my favorite parts of this. So it looks like all of the tails for these are a soft rubber with a wire on the inside to make them bendable, which is actually really great because this does help her stand when her wings are on. She is exceedingly hard to stand with the wings on. I don't know that my camera picks it up, but her hands are exceedingly detailed and very well painted. I'm actually really impressed. The accessories that she comes with, I think, are probably the coolest things. Obviously, her bazooka from, like, season 1, like the 5th or 6th episode, I can't remember the name. And then this, which is the particle gun that she attacks Goliath and Hudson with later in the series too, so they're really detailed too, like everything. The Grimorum Arcanorum was the coolest part of this, I think, because it does actually open. It is a little stiff, like many of the joints on her and many of like the joints on the hands and the wings and stuff, but it's definitely a cool little addition, and when she's not using it, I can actually stick it in Tamsin's diorama, so that's kind of cool. The back page does not open, despite my struggles to prove that it does. There's a hinge, but I don't think it opens. It would have been nice to see the Phoenix Gate in this instead of maybe one of the guns, but that's okay. And now for her and her face. The small face is actually very detailed, and they are actual metal jump rings in her ears. Her earrings are basically jewelry findings, which I thought was really cool. And they move and they wiggle, which is a nice added detail. So is the one around her ankle. I actually have a Demona plush that my husband got me from Brad's Collectibles a couple months back that sits on top of the diorama in our bedroom. I thought about putting her in there, but I kind of like her sitting on my desk staring at me with that smirk, so I may have to get her a stand of some kind though. Once you actually bend all the joints, they move a little bit better, but that initial bending is the hardest one. The upper arm swivel joint is really a nice added touch. I don't believe my Xenomorph figure has that. I do know that a lot of the other gargoyle figures in this line also have that. She has a underbust joint, but also a swivel joint just above her belt. So she's double jointed at the knees and elbows. She has articulation at the toes, the ankle, the hip, the wrist, the upper arm, and her neck is it's on a peg, but it kind of like swivels and moves around. I was concerned at first that her head was coming off, but when I took the faceplate off and actually saw how the peg underneath works, so it's actually just swiveling around on its own. It's not too far off. It's very similar to the peg on my husband's Predator figure, which again is another one like this. We actually collect these kinds of figures, or we're starting to. I actually have one Jon Snow somewhere as well that my daughter gave me for my birthday one year, but he lost a hand, I think, in one of our moves. She doesn't really want to stand on her own. without her tail. So that was a bit of a unfortunate thing. All in all, she's a really great figure, and I'm really glad I was able to find her at Target. She was $36.99 from Target, and I believe the others are about the same price. I know you can find a lot of them on eBay and some other stores, but anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.